So obviously the question is, now what? What do we do with this? How do we move forward for second semester? So one thing that we started towards the middle of the first semester is forming an attendance committee. It actually stemmed, I'm going to give Ms. Wells a lot of credit here. She took the initiative mainly because of some challenges she was seeing in the ESL program with attendance. And so she wanted to get together some teachers and look at, hey, what can we do for the ESL program for these kids with attendance? And it's starting to spread into a campus-wide initiative of this goes even beyond just ESL, and there are basic strategies that can be implemented. It's manpower more than anything. And so what I'm asking with this, you can see here that we need representation from each department. We need, really the interventionists need to be a part of this committee because you're working closely with these students. Ms. Peterson already touched on the fact that a big complaint of test results was, well, we had so many kids who didn't even show up to take the test, or they weren't here on a regular basis, so we knew that they weren't going to be successful on these exams. It goes back to the attendance. So if we want to have a bigger impact as a school when it comes to data, we need to start somewhere, and attendance is the solution to a lot of the problems that we're seeing right now. We need the counselors involved with this. And then what I'm asking is 2 teachers from each department so that we have equal representation and voices, because I know that each of you have your own viewpoints when it comes to attendance, and the more ideas, the more perspectives we have with this, the more successful we're going to be, and then you can be the representative going back to your departments and saying, hey, this is what we've decided on as a committee, this is what I advocated for, so that it's not coming from me, an assistant principal, is coming from your peers, your colleagues, that here's the perspectives that we have and how we can attack this. So if you are committed, and I want to put that word, it's not willingness at this point, it's commitment. So if you're committed to participating in the committee, just touch base with me after the meeting's done with. And this is just the minimum. I will welcome more than 2 teachers per department, but that's the minimum that I'm asking for so that we can start attacking this. So now what? The other part of this, I decided to, Ms. Peterson said that I need to come up with a fancy name for how we're going to move forward with this. So I'm calling this truancy triage. Okay? I put the definition up there, and I thought that it applied very well to what's happening here. So it's the assignment of degrees of urgency to wounds. Okay? We have a huge urgency. Our wound right now is attendance. And so the whole purpose of this is to decide the order of treatment. That's what we need to do. 898 kids, how do we even attack that? So what's the next step? That's really all we're worried about. What's the first step in moving forward? And so we looked at, well, let's start from the very beginning, and let's start small. So first block teachers, what we're looking at here is basically, instead of worrying about maybe the 50 kids that that don't come to class on a regular basis, we're making you responsible for only your first period class. And you might think, well, I don't have a first period class, so I'm off the hook. Sorry, it doesn't work that way. So you're looking at a class of 32 on average. And so what you're looking at is so reflect on second semester already. If you know that you already have truant kids, maybe some that you haven't even seen at all, and you know that this was happening first semester, you're going to be getting an electronic copy of this tomorrow, because I didn't want to rush through this. I want to make sure that it's an effective form, something simple that you can utilize. The only thing that we are asking you to do, and this is what Ms. Peterson said, it's yes, we're asking you to do something, but it's really less of you, and it's more efficient. Your only responsibility at this point is identify those truant kids in your first period class. And with that form, you're going to make a call home and figure out what's going on. And then all you're going to do is put that information on the form, and you're just going to turn that in to me by February 2nd, so next Friday. So I'm giving you the rest of this week and next, because we need to start hitting this now. We're already at the 3rd week of, we're in our first grading cycle already, and you'll see on the form that there'll just be a spot for, I need you to contact, if the first contact doesn't work, you need to go to the next, and the next, and the next. Don't settle with a voicemail. We need to talk to someone and figure out what in the world is going on, because then that helps us as we look at that form of who's the next person that needs to get involved with this. So your only responsibility right now is look at first period, call those truant kids and figure out why are they not coming to school, and then we're gonna take care of the rest of this, okay? First block teachers, what we're asking you to do, assist with making phone calls, especially if you're bilingual. We're gonna need help with that. You may know some of these kids, so talk with your friends, your colleagues, and you might have to help with the next measure part of this. Just so that, again, we're bonding together with this initiative of the issue that is attendance right now, and we're gonna see what this does to impact the information that we have on these kids. We want to clean up the data that we have. We want to clean up the contact information, where these kids are at, what's happening with them, so that we can move forward and more effectively help the campus. And that's it. Thank you.